A very good morning to all my subscribers, my viewers, the obedient family. Thank you for joining me this morning. Now, let me start this video by saying that if you're living in the dreamland or in the Disney world, that this government is going to fix the problems of Nigeria and everything will come back to normalcy, or even better, wake up, because it's not happening anytime soon. Truth be told, the biggest scam this government did is to keep deceiving Nigerians, lying to them, and removing subsidy. Subsidy on fuel, gone. Subsidy on education, gone. Subsidy on electricity, gone. Is subsidy an organized crime? Yes, it is. But when you have incompetent people removing it, you know that they are about to commit another organized crime. Now, why did I say so? Petroleum subsidy is gone. That was his announcement the very first day he stood on the podium. And boom, after some months, we started waiting to see the results. They came out to say, there's huge amount of money we've been able to save since the removal of this subsidy. My question is, where is the money? Where they put her? Falana once revealed that December, the governors actually went to go and see TINUBU and they shared 1 trillion. The same thing they call an organized crime, that they removed subsidy because it was an organized crime. They are now using the money for sharing formula. It has become a national organized crime because incompetent people are the ones that removed it. People without integrity whatsoever. People that are not transparent. Electricity subsidy, gone. Band A is about to skyrocket. A house will be paying around 170,000 or so for electricity monthly. And then companies will have to pay through their nose, and you expect them not to increase the prices of goods. And they'll come out and tell us that, things are going to be normal. You remove that subsidy. Now the plan is, what are the things you put in place to cushion the effect of these subsidies you are removing? Education subsidy is out. And then students will have to pay through their nose to go to school. A lot of people can't afford and they have dropped out. And then you are coming us to tell us that there is a student loan bill that have been signed into law, and very soon everybody will go to school. But how transparent will the process be? The problem is not getting these policies, it's the implementation of the policies. And that is where the problem has been, because you have incompetent people running the system. Automatically, a lot of students, you get to see it, will not be able to access these loans. And at the end of the day, there will be more dropouts than those that are going into the school. Also, I've come out to tell you it's a wrong move. Allow the subsidy remain so that the school fees can be subsidized, everybody can pay. You say no. You are pulling it out and giving it to the hands of criminals to control. And at the end of the day, what happens? They will squander the money. Because they don't ever want it to be better for Nigerians. And this is the biggest problem. As we keep talking, they have 5 billion is what actually they are using for the education subsidy. But they are about using 90 billion to subsidize pilgrimage. And every time you have an opportunity, because the other president was silent, he don't used to come out and speak. Nigerians had a problem with it. This one is very active speaking. This is what he will tell you people. Watch, and when I come back, we'll continue.
And it is the hard job that you promised the people of Nigeria when you were campaigning for me. You promised them a good result. Didn't you? Yes. That's it. I have to work for it. No magic wand. I campaign on hope. I have to rest on that hope and push for that hope for the joy of every one of us. The economy is looking good. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yes, we know we have the challenge of inflation. It's okay. We will bring it down. We are re-engineering. Our revenue is getting better. And we are taking our sovereignty and respect back around the world. Not that we have to go there and hire them to do the job for us. We are doing it ourselves. Whatever is happening to us, we have to solve it by ourselves. It is your effort, your thinking, your resourcefulness, your investment, your dedication and hard work that can only get us there.
Now, let me take one reaction from this speech before we forge ahead. Dr. Musa Bayero said sometimes the more TINUBU speaks, the more it becomes glaringly clear how detached and removed he is and his economic team from the realities of things on the ground. You cannot be preaching hope while sincerity of purpose and direction is totally lacking in your government. Let's forge on. You've seen it, right? This is what they do. Every single time they come to the front of the media, they will give people renewed hope. That's the plan. Come and tell them it's going to be better. They want to always listen, hear you talk. So keep talking. Buhari was not talking. You come and talk. But when we get back to the coven, we will cook and deal with them. Subsidy removal is not bad on its own. But before you take out something, you must have sat down to strategize. And you can only do that in a transparent government. In a government where people will not steal. Where you have people with integrity and character. That's when you can do that and it will succeed. Maybe they have gone back to the back and they have started paying for fuel subsidy. Because these people, I keep saying it, a lot of people, student union loan bill have been passed into law and they are celebrating mediocrity. The system will never be transparent. So 100% of the students will not be able to access those loans. Automatically, they are going to pay out of their sweat. That's school fees. That's for those that can pay. Others will be sent out. We have to drop from school. So we'll have more out of school children than we are encouraging them to go. But you can come and subsidize pilgrimage with 90 billion. Loan for education is 5 billion. You are subsidizing pilgrimage with 90 billion. And I thank God a lot of Muslim faithfuls are coming out to say this is wrong. Because they have seen through all the games of this government. And those criminals wearing the clergy uniform, some of them are coming to support this mess. The imams, some of them. 90 billion you are subsidizing pilgrimage. While you have removed electricity subsidy. Let companies drown to pay. So when I'm paying a very huge amount on electricity, you expect me to not to escalate my product. Who receives the brunt of this thing? Is the masses. Because definitely they're going to increase the cost of their goods. Automatically it's going to fall back on the masses. The masses will always be at the receiving end of bad policy, bad governance and everything. Let me show you what the head of this Muslim this thing said on this matter. And when I come back, we can wrap this up.
You are asking for the rationale behind the 90 billion naira subsidy for Muslim pilgrims. These are individuals who have committed, who have shown commitment. They have shown interest in Hajj, in going on pilgrimage. That interest was demonstrated by their payment of the sum of 4.9 million naira each. It means they were ready, they were willing to go. But somehow, the economic downturn in the country, of course, this is global. The financial problem facing countries around the world has affected Nigeria too. And of course, it affected mostly our FX, foreign exchange, which of course bounced back on the intending pilgrims. So they were in a dilemma. Oh, they are still in that dilemma now because it's not been resolved totally. So they paid and showed interest. If somebody paid 4.9 million and is now being asked to pay an additional 1.9 million, having sold everything he had, having pulled together all this and our resources, you can see how difficult it may be at this difficult time.
Now, let me take two reactions to this. The first one is from a Muslim faithful. He said the most foolish thing that this government has done since coming to office is subsidizing the Hajj pilgrimage with over 90 billion naira while removing fuel subsidy and increasing electricity tariff. Now, on the other hand, Oji Ugo said, what kind of government would pay subsidy on unproductive Hajj pilgrimage and remove subsidy on electricity that powers every other productive sector? TINUBU and his crew are just clueless. Master strategies is these are some of the reactions. Let's get back to the video. You've heard him. These are some of the criminal elements that we are talking about, that have used religion to keep destroying the people. If there is anything that has failed in this country, it's politics and religion. They deceive the people. The imam has his children out there in the UK. The pastors have their children out there in the UK. And they'll come here and preach a message so that you can remain in abject poverty. Any right-thinking Nigerian will not support this thing. It's a mess. And the president is coming to say, we will bring the inflation down. With what? What have they put in place to bring it down? Show me one thing they are doing that is in the right direction. This government would have left off the subsidies that were there. Because even ASUNA are coming out to say, this is not, the university bodies are coming out to say, this is not achievable. Reduce the school fees for everybody to be able to go to school. Since you subsidized it before and people were able to pay, let it be like that. You are removing subsidy. You are granting the universities autonomy to be able to put their fees and all that. And then you are saying you are coming to give students loan. A loan that at the end of the day will not be transparent, which we know. That incompetent people are the ones that are going to govern this thing. And at the end of the day, it will not reach the people it's supposed to reach. Criminality will take over. Then a lot of people will have to drop out of school because when they are frustrated and they can't get that loan, they can't pay their fee. You are pulling out subsidy from electricity. And you want inflation to go down. You sit down and tell yourself that these people don't know what they are doing. You are lying to yourself. And they keep deceiving Nigerians. And Nigerians, the foolish ones, celebrate this mediocrity. Every single time they are celebrating this rubbish. Say, hey, TINUBU's government will succeed. TINUBU's government will succeed. The indices are there showing you that this is a colossal failure. And you are not watching. You are paying attention to frivolities. You are lying to yourself because you actually went to go and vote APC. You are a failure yourself. Because if anybody is sincere to himself, when you add 1 plus 1 in this government, it will give you exactly 2. There is no telling about it. Their policies were not thought about. There were no pattern to cushion. They just woke up one morning without plans and just lay out stuffs, carry out things. And then at the end of the day, the people suffer. That is what is happening. Because how do you even look at this thing and feel that something good is going to come out of it? If it was a government that have shown competence, integrity, you say, yes, you can actually do that and then the people will carry out this thing properly. But let us look at what they have done over the years. In the budget is completely padded. A lot of lies, a lot of theft is about to go on in the budget. Let us look at the people that are sitting in offices and ask ourselves which one no get issues with either EFCC or outside the country. And then these are the people that you think will drive it nice and easy for you to be able to get it the way you're supposed to get it. 25,000 naira they were supposed to give Nigerians. What happened? They say 2.something million Nigerians have gotten 25,000 naira and nobody got. And the next thing we started hearing that there's a haste in the humanitarian ministry where money is being stolen. and put into private accounts. I can tell you categorically that we are in for a very long thing for those that have not seen it. This inflation will never start this year. Let me drop it here because I love to hear your comments below. Please drop your comments below. We really love to hear from you. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to be notified. I'm obedient and I'm useful. I hope you are. Fingers crossed. Let's keep holding them responsible and see how it pans out. God bless you. I'll see you next time.